I just find it funny that Giselle is always calling Wendy aggressive and combative. And the whole time she's aggressive and combative. So how is your aggressive and combative different than her aggressive and combative? I don't get it. Thank you for clicking on the video. Welcome back to the channel. This is another review for The Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 6, Episode 15, Lost at Sea. We're picking up where we left off. We're at dinner. Everybody is enjoying the food. At the end of the table, Giselle and Robin are still looking for a hotel, so they're still trying to get up out of there. Robin is saying that Wendy's a terrible host, and it's just like, like, what more do you want from her? What more? Like, she's a terrible host. How? You're a terrible guest for showing up unannounced. First of all, you said you weren't coming. Both of you said you weren't coming. And then you show up because production said, we will not pay you if you don't show up. So I'm sure that's why they showed up, out of nowhere. But y'all still could have, sent somebody a text message. You could have told Ashley when you talked to her. Like, I'm not understanding why you just decided, oh, I think we should go. Okay, well then now you get the short end of the stick. You get the leftovers. You get the bad room. It just is what it is. And from my understanding, Wendy said, I don't know if she was on Watch What Happens Lives or what, but lives. Black people always trying to put an S on something. Watch What Happened Live. Watch What Happens Live. Right? Or happen. Watch What Happened Live. Happens like, child, don't get me the line. I don't know if she was on there or not, but she said that, and maybe this was Twitter, she said that there was a master bedroom attached to that room that they were in with the twin size beds. So y'all could have spread out for one. Ashley offered up her room, so everybody could have shared. The three of them could have shared Ashley's bathroom. They just wanted to, they just wanted to leave. And I understand Robin wanted to leave. But Giselle, girl, you were just on some other stuff. Anyway, they leave. And on the bus, Gordon is, up to his same shenanigans. He's talking about how big his erection is and how the other guys are just average. And Candace is like, wait a minute. Not my man. I'm not dealing with average over here. She said the brown dick does what it's supposed to do. And he said his dick ain't brown, it's white. And then Mia says, no, it's not, it's pink. Let me see it. And then Chris gets up like he's about to show everybody. And Candace has to, okay, let's stop playing. Let's stop playing. Don't play with me. Gordon gets up and proceeds to twerk. Like the bus rides have been very entertaining. I will say that. So the editing, honestly, the editing has been really good on this show this season. Like chef's kiss. The people are drunk, of course. And so Ashley has the nerve to say that thank God her husband isn't here. He knows how to handle himself in front of a room full of people he just met. And of course, production has to show her ass what the deal is. And so we run it back. And Michael is not someone who knows how to conduct himself in front of people he just met. Because we get Michael pulling his pants down, grabbing booty, trying to jump over the boat. He was doing a lot that was our first day meeting Michael. And Michael was doing all of that. So Ashley, please zip it. Okay, just zip it. They get to the house. Robin and Giselle, of course, they go to their room. They're gonna get their stuff because they're gonna go to the Marriott that she found. It's 30 minutes away. Robin says she cool with a 30-minute drive, so they're gonna go on. Candace and Chris, they talk. Of course, he tells her, Ashley always brings out the worst in you. Like, she gets you to go there, and she knows how to push your buttons, and she baits you, and you always bite the bait. Stop biting the bait. And she said, well, I had to get her together. I had to say what I said. But all of that is behind me. I'm done cussing folk out. I'm done getting in arguments. That was today, or was it yesterday? That was that day. But the next day, she ain't doing none of that. She gon' leave it in the past. In Wendy's room, she and Eddie, of course, they hope the next day is going to be better. Robin and Giselle end up leaving, and Ascale and Mia see them, leaving, and they're, don't leave. You don't have to leave. And it's like, let them go. If they want to go, bye. We'll see you in the morning. Then people said they was gonna be back in the morning. Like, it really don't matter. You in your room with your husband. Why do you even care, Skylar? Girl, I wouldn't. They didn't even make a big deal about leaving. And I don't have no problem with them leaving. I understand Robin not wanting to be in that situation. You on your period, that alone, that's enough for me. You on your period, that's enough. I understand all of that. You might not be feeling well. The symptoms might be on 10 this month. And so it might be a situation like that. You're bleeding, you're worrying about if you're going to be leaking. That's always my thing. Am I leaking? I ain't got time. I don't have time. And so I understand not wanting to be around a bunch of men and, I want my own bathroom. I get it. I get all of that. But you should have did that before getting there. Had you called and said, hey, Wendy, me and Giselle decided to come. I know that you guys have picked rooms, and I know that, there's only, accommodations for a certain amount of people, all of that. So I'm just calling to see, would there be, what the bathroom situation gonna be like when we get there? Like, what are the accommodations like? What are the slim pickings that we have? And Wendy could have told y'all, well, it's a room up there. It's a master suite with an extra bedroom attached. It's kind of like a Jack and Jill situation without the bathroom. There are bathrooms downstairs, like y'all could have worked it out. But no. You thought that Wendy was supposed to, oh my God, you guys are here, and just make all of these accommodations for you guys after y'all said y'all wasn't coming. Talking about it's poor planning on her part. No, it's poor planning on your part. Get there on time next time. Say what you're gonna do and do what you're gonna say next time. Because next time, don't be saying you're not coming and then showing up because you see what's going to happen. And it's also like what you get, especially Giselle. Like, you told that lady that that you didn't want her using your bathroom. And so now you don't have a bathroom. See how God works? See how he works? You of all people should know, Giselle. You should know. You reap what you sow, sis. In the house, Eddie looking out the window, and Wendy's like, they just want a moment. Like, she ain't going out there to stop nobody. She ain't going out there to say bye, because they ain't even bothered to come in there and say that they were leaving. So, I mean, it is what it is. The next morning, Wendy's calling home, checking on the kids. Mia checking emails. Karen calls Ray. He's headed her way. He'll be there in a few minutes. Well, he'll be there in a couple of hours, I guess. He'll get there around 11. Gordon in there, he want to know who's cooking breakfast. Him and Mia, they're used to, the red carpet being rolled out. It's not luxury enough for them. When they go, no turn down service, and nobody's putting up the clothes, and nobody's folding the clothes, and nobody's ironing their things. Nobody is, there's nothing. There's no type of service in the house. They got to do everything for themselves, even cook. I would. No turn down service, none of that. You shouldn't have expected none of that. But I would have definitely expected some breakfast in the morning, some continental or something, sis. That you got to go the extra mile and get somebody to come in there and cook a meal. At least the breakfast, like that. I think that across the board on, a Housewives franchise, when we travel, somebody need to be cooking our food in the morning, or else, y'all need to decide the women gonna get up and cook, or, we gonna all cook together. They just standing around. So who gonna cook? And then Gordon say he gonna cook, but he cooking for he and me, and everybody else can fend for themselves. Okay. Mia and Gordon, they end up sitting down in the kitchen and talking. And Gordon kind of wants to go in about the situation, kind of wants to, dive into that conversation that she had with Candace. And Mia don't really, she just, I'm not engaged. I'm not doing that. Like, it's a new day. I'm not about to do that. I think that we can have a conversation if we gonna have one, like, she's open to it. She just feels like Candace has a lot of growing up to do. She FaceTimes her mom to check on the kids, and so, what that. Ashley calls Michael, blah, blah, blah. He says that Dean wasn't behaving, and so he told him that he was a bad, bad boy. Ashley don't like that. Don't call him a bad boy, Michael. I wouldn't say that you're a bad boy, Mickey. And so you shouldn't say that to him. He's like, are we doing this? Are you coming from my parenting? And she's just like, no, I'm just letting you know that I would appreciate it if you didn't talk to him like that. And in her confessional, she just chalks it up to different parenting styles. He a whole baby boomer. So, they here for the whoopings, they here for any means necessary as far as that discipline goes, because they don't want nobody out in the streets doing it. At least the black mamas, they used to whoopings, and so, or, whatever, a different parenting technique. And she's just, very, I wouldn't even say millennial. Ashley is, you would think Ashley came up with the Generation Z. Honestly. They all mingle, get in the kitchen or whatever. And Gordon is cooking. Like I said, not for everybody, but for he and Mia. Mia's in there smudging the house. And Karen, wonders if Robin and Giselle, are on their way back. And so Ashley calls. And Ray gets there. And Karen, fills Ray in on what was going on. She said that people was throwing salad, and it was people was breaking things. Ray said, "What?" Y'all, I was cracking up, and I don't even know why it was that funny to me, but that was hilarious. That what? It just reminded me of something like, somebody his age would say, like when you telling the story, like our lingo for like what is something different. And so it just took me back. It just took me back to hearing my mom and them on the phone. All of that when you hear some tea. What? Ray could not believe it. They was throwing salad? What? Anyway, they all go into the kitchen, and they about to head out for their boat trip. And let me back up. That ain't even where I left off, because I had to cut this off because my phone was ringing. But I didn't pick back up at the right part. Anyway, I was supposed to pick back up where they was in the kitchen, and Karen and Ashley were on the phone with Giselle. Giselle, said that they got to their hotel, they were cool or whatever. And Karen said, well, did you tell the host? The host didn't even speak to me. The host didn't care nothing about me. Girl, whatever. Wendy jumps around and things, the counter like, well, that's a lie. Because I spoke to you. I was very, cordial. I said hello. I greeted you. So don't be over here telling lies. And then Giselle, she's so mad. She's so angry. You trying it, Giselle. See, this is why the people think and say that you're colorist. Because your trigger words and your, light-skinned black woman words, it's given colorist. You calling her aggressive when she's not aggressive. You're calling her combative when she's not combative. You're saying that she's angry when she's not angry. Like, you need to cut it out. You need to cut it out because you're perpetuating some bullshit. And the people are calling you on it. And in a minute, they'll cancel you. So keep it up. Keep it up. But anyway, they on their way. When they do arrive, everybody comes down there. And Wendy comes in there. She paying them folk dust. Whatever. Hey. Giselle sitting over there, stunned that Wendy is just not groveling at her feet. She didn't even speak to me again. She don't have to. Why are you so upset? See, she don't like it when she can't bully somebody, when she can't, when she don't have the upper hand. She feeling powerless right now because Wendy's not giving it to her. She's just not giving her that energy. Anyway, back to about to go on this boat trip. They get on the boat. And Chris get on there and go to sleep. He and Candace are hungover. Below the deck, Ascalia and Robin are down there getting a drink. And Ascalia, she thinks that Robin and Wendy need to talk. because clearly there's tension between them. And, Robin says she's not interested. If it means bickering some more, she feels like every time she talks to Wendy, it's going to be an argument, and she could tell her the sky is blue and Wendy is going to argue with her about it. So she's not interested in having no kind of interaction with Wendy at all, honestly. She feels like Wendy has changed, or their friendship has changed. I feel like she said it was Wendy that had changed. I feel like I heard that too. But anyway, Scarlett asked Robin if she likes Wendy, and she says that she doesn't know. When they met, they hit it off. They was cool. They show us, back when they met with the boys and they had to park, and what's the lady name? Robin had brought libations, and and they hit it off. But she said now things are different. While they're having this conversation, Mia and Gordon are down there as well, fixing a plate. Mia take her ass right back upstairs, and it's like, so Wendy, I heard that you weren't the same person that you were last year downstairs. And everybody like, what? Wendy says, you goddamn right, I'm not the same person that I was a year ago. Like, we should evolve. I'm evolving. If you're the same person you were last year, I'm sorry for you. I've evolved, and you should too. At this same time, like, as soon as she finishes up saying that, Robin and Scully come back upstairs and join the group. And Mia's like, welcome back. Welcome back. Like, I missed you, even though I know Wendy might not have missed you. And everybody like, what is she talking about? And so Ashley fills her in, she had to come and report back what you said down there. What did I say? Well, you said that she had changed. I never said that. I said our friendship had changed. And I'm thinking, nah, girl, you said she had changed. She and the friendship had changed. Let's not get it twisted. Don't start lying about what you said, Robin. Now, did you mean it maliciously or, trying to be backbiting? I don't think so. You were asked a question, and you do feel like, things between the two of you have changed. That's okay to say. Stand in that shit, okay? Stand in that. But Mia did have that wrong. She repeated it wrong again. And of course, Mia. That's one thing I do like about Mia. She always takes it on the chin. She is a good sport at this whole reality TV thing. Getting in there when she can and holding her own. Like I have to give it to her. I have to give it to her for that. She's playing this game well. They really get nowhere, Robin and Wendy, because Robin, got a wall up. She ain't doing it. She's not engaging today. And Wendy's like, you wanna talk so much, Mia? Why don't you and Candace, hash y'all stuff out? And so they do. And Mia apologizes for, the low budget comments. She apologizes for speaking to her mother and asking her mother questions that were none of her business. And so she is accountable for all of that. She apologizes, it's cool. Candace, of course, has to respond, and she start crying, because like I said, this is her baby. It's her project. And you talk to my mama, whatever. That ain't really what it was. What hurt her was the low budget comment, because it's her project that she has spent time and money on, and she wants it to be taken serious. She's scared and doesn't know if she's good, which is understandable. Listen, keep in mind that sis is an artist and she's sensitive about her shit. Okay? And people should always have that kind of mindset when it comes to an artist. People who do what they do, creatively. Don't come for nobody's creative journey. Don't do it. It's not okay. It's not okay. So that was Candace's whole thing. And Candace also apologizes. Damn, I can't talk sometimes. Candace also apologizes for, what she said. Her, she did say, I didn't know about your mama, but after finding out and all of that, I feel bad, and I would never want to be the cause of nobody's pain and all of that. Now Mia crying. So they was both crying. It was a nice, healthy conversation that needed to be had. I feel like they could have did this a long time ago. But, in true Candace fashion, she has to rah, 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 rah. And then, she settles. And, she comes around full circle. But Now we can dead that whole me and Candace thing. Hopefully, you know, things linger around here, but hopefully we can go ahead and dead that. A Skylade, she had all the questions. So, how many years has your mom been sober? Oh, how many years was she in prison? Girl, let that lady let all of that out in due time, you know, when she feels like she want to tell y'all all that. But Mia don't mind sharing. Mia don't mind sharing. Oh, I missed this. My bad, y'all. I forgot about this whole situation, this whole interaction between Wendy, Robin, and Giselle. Because Robin said that she didn't have any issues, you know, with their living situation. It just was what it was. She didn't feel offended by it. She just felt like it was kind of, you know, poor planning. But she wasn't mad. You know, she did what she needed to do for herself. Now, Giselle, on the other hand, might have wanted more. And Giselle says, you know, I'm good on Wendy. And Wendy's like, yep, we've been good. Okay, next question. See, always combative and aggressive. No, you're always a mean girl and you're always a bully. And then Giselle says, thank you, like she always does. Girl, get in there real good. Please, lady. Please. It's always this with this girl. I can't. And the guys were out there at this time, you know, they ended up excusing themselves because Robin made it, she mentioned, now why are we talking about this in front of the men? You know, and they ended up leaving. Anyway, the guys go downstairs. They're going to go down there and play spades. They leave after they dock, and when they're on the bus, Ashley is like laid back, like with her head in between the window and the seat. It looked like she knocked out, and Gordon is like, look at Ashley, y'all, look at Ashley. And Ashley is like, why you gotta mess with me, G? Like, I'm trying to sleep. Like, can't you let me sleep? And he's like, I'm just saying, like, you look funny as hell. Okay, she starts to get offended. Now she's offended, you know. She don't want to play. She's trying to sleep. She's a new mom. Here we go with this. Girl, whatever. Whatever. You don't care about anybody else's concerns or none of that when you just out of nowhere start some shit with people. Like at the table with Chris. You didn't care that things were smooth and that people were getting along and that everything was cool. You just had to say what you wanted to say. So he don't care that you back there asleep. He thought you was asleep. He said, hell, I thought you was asleep. Had I known you was awake, I wouldn't have said shit. He thought he was making a little joke, making fun of you while you were asleep, like people do sometimes. Get over it. Because she really got upset. Ashley was upset. But she'll be all right. She got all sensitive, girl, whatever. And they're gonna get into it next week. And Mia was on the bus, laughing it off. But I think next week Mia ain't gonna be here for it. Mia gonna be, girl. Now that's enough. That's enough. Cause Ashley throws out you got Alzheimer's. What's going on? See, See, just like you didn't want nobody body shaming, we not gonna do the ageism thing either, ma'am, with your old ass husband. Is he going through the motions right now? Like, does he have dementia, Alzheimer's? He about old as he is. So, joke's on you too, Ashley. She tried it. And she always tries it. That's it, guys. The end. Be sure to rate, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It's Call Me Busby, and I'll chat with you later. Peace and light.